Good morning, children. Today we are going to study about blood transfusion. In cases of serious loss of blood arising as a result of the injuries and various diseases like hemorrhage in stomach, loss of blood in complicated births, etc., and in serious forms of anemia. So we need to transfer blood into the person's body when he's undergoing some operation or he's met with a serious injury or is suffering from anemia. Then blood transfusion is the only way by which lives can be saved. And a person who donates the blood is known as donor, and the one who receives blood is called a recipient. Transfusing a patient with the correct ABO group blood may have fatal consequences. So if the person is given wrong type of blood, then if it is not matched properly, it may result to death of that person. And donors' red blood cells may be destroyed by an antibody in the recipient's plasma. So the donor's red blood cells, they are destroyed by the antibodies in the recipient's plasma. So before blood transfusion, blood of the donor and the recipient must be tested to see whether any agglutination means clogging or blocking, takes place or not. And for this purpose, the blood samples are diluted with saline and then are mixed together and observed under microscope. So the blood samples of the donor as well as the recipient is taken and it is diluted with the saline, that is salt water, is added to it and observed, and the two types of bloods are mixed and observed under a microscope. If the corpuscles form cluster, then the donor's blood is considered to be unsuitable for transfusion. And if the red blood cells, they clump up, then it shows that the blood is not suitable for transfusion. And the individuals having O group are termed as universal donors because their blood can be administered into any individual irrespective of the recipient's blood group. So the person having blood group O can give blood to all other individuals having blood group O, A, AB or B, and so he is called a universal donor. Can you guess why O group is called universal donor group? Persons having the AB blood group are referred to be universal recipient, and a person whose blood group is AB, he is called universal recipient because he can receive blood from any other blood group. So blood group O is a universal donor, while blood group AB is a universal recipient, that is, can receive blood from all blood groups. Now, conditions related to the functioning of heart. Heart palpitation is a sensation that your heart has skipped a beat or added an extra beat. So palpitation is actually a sensation that your heart has skipped a beat, means the heart sometimes skips a beat or it beats extra. Then it results in palpitation, and palpitations may make you feel like your heart is racing, pounding or fluttering. And one may notice heart palpitations in the chest, throat or neck. And they can be bothersome or frightening experiences. So they can bother you and you can even get frightened when such palpitation occurs, and they usually are not serious or harmful, though, and often go owing on their own. So they are not that serious or harmful, but one feels that something is going wrong or is frightened. Then, what are the causes? Palpitations are either related to your heart or the cause is unknown. So, it is related to your heart or you don't know the cause. And non heart related causes include strong emotions. So, if there is no such problem with the heart, then it is caused due to emotions like anxiety, fear, or stress. It can also be due to the stimulants such as caffeine, alcohol, or drugs. And what are the symptoms? One feels dizziness, fainting. He may even faint, become unconscious, and confusion, excessive sweating, pain, pressure, or frightening in the chest, and lightheadedness is there, loss of consciousness, and difficulty in breathing. These are the symptoms caused due to palpitation. Then, treatment, it depends on the cause. Most of the palpitations are harmless and go owing on their own, and in such cases, no treatment is needed. And if the doctor does not find a cause, he may advise the person to avoid the things that might trigger palpitation. So, if it is the doctors who advise you that there is no such thing to worry about it, and we can just avoid the things which trigger palpitation or start palpitation. Some of the strategies can be adopted to avoid palpitation. These include easing anxiety and stress. So we should try and ease us anxiety and stress. And common ways are relaxation exercises we can do, deep breathing we can do, meditation, yoga, and aromatherapy. That is the oil therapy. So we can follow these. Then avoiding medications that act as stimulant. Even we should avoid medicines which act as stimulant for this. It includes cough and cold medicines and certain herbal and nutritional supplements. Third one, cutting out certain foods, beverages, and other substances. So we can avoid the foods and beverages and other substances like alcohol, caffeine, nicotine, and illegal drugs. They should not be taken. So this much for this lesson today.